Welcome back, everyone. We want to stress we have no idea what this is, but we can bring you some pictures of it now. A meteor or a comet or a jet trail or an asteroid or
on fire right in front of me, falling through and about to land just in the trees in front of me. It was huge, and I mean there was a trail behind it, but this was a ball of fire in front of me. I instantly thought it was a helicopter crashing, so I grabbed my daughter and we just ran.
Well, according to NASA, spring is fireball season. Who knew?
A streak of fire was seen shooting down from the sky.
We got a bunch of calls from people asking.
A ball of fire streaking across the sky. According to the latest worldwide meteor news, sightings of this fireball reported from New Braunfels, Kerrville, Floresville, and other nearby cities.
It was like a fireball falling right out of the sky. It was so bright. It was like a little piece of the sun falling with a big torch behind it.
Oh, go forward. There's a school bus yard. Oh. Hey guys, it's throwing 18-wheelers. It's throwing lots of debris, 18-wheelers. Just crossed over I-20 northbound. There's lots of 18-wheelers. This is something I have never seen before.
The trailers, there you go. A couple of semis. Look at that. The beds of the trailers curling, twirling around in the sky and then dropping down from at least 50 feet high down into the ground. We saw trees. There goes another semi. It's spinning. Down it comes. Bang. Lands on its nose right down at the ground.
On the beaches of Peru, hundreds of dead dolphins have washed ashore in the northern part of the country in recent days. Officials don't know how exactly they died. A number of anchovies were also found floating dead in the sea.
A mysterious series of lights seen in the night sky have some Texas City residents concerned, and even people with that city's Homeland Security Department are now looking into it.
This looked like a Rubik's Cube, kind of like the way it was turning.
The lights were moving slowly in geometric patterns.
It was like in a Z pattern. It was like a perfect Z.
And we have breaking news right now. A major earthquake has struck off the coast of Indonesia, triggering a tsunami alert for 28 nations.
Indonesia's geophysical agency saying an earthquake of 8.9 on the Richter scale.
But it was a different kind of quake, one which surprised the experts.
I am north of Amarillo. This is not a snowstorm. This is a severe thunderstorm with extreme hail. There's a tornado spotted in the area also. Cars are freaking out because this is supposed to be hail and it looks like snow.
I've never, ever seen what you're about to show. See, we had anywhere from 2 to 4 feet of hail. 2 to 4 feet deep in hail, and then it all started to melt. This was north of Amarillo. Again, this is in feet. The depth of the hail was measured in feet. It started
We get hail here in the springtime, but it's nothing like the hailstorm that hit Oklahoma this week. The area got some softball-sized hailstones and at least one twister. At least 3 people were hurt from the blast.
Just when you think you've seen it all. Wow.
Hailstones the size of golf balls caused devastation to towns in East China. Nearly 11,000 homes are damaged.
People in 7 states reported seeing a fireball in the sky last night. We weren't sure exactly what was streaking across the sky there.
This is a very bright meteor. It was brighter than the planet Venus is in the sky, so almost as bright as like a quarter moon. So that's very bright as far as these go.
It's been a very active week for earthquakes along the so-called Ring of Fire. Now many are wondering, are they connected? It started with a magnitude 8.6 quake in Indonesia. That was followed by an 8.2 aftershock. Less than 24 hours later, earthquakes were reported off the coast of Oregon, California, and Mexico. Geologists now say the quake in Indonesia did trigger 2 small earthquakes in California. Scientists are telling people to relax. Those tremors were random.
More than 120 twisters have torn through Tornado Alley in America's Midwest. 5 people were killed near Oklahoma when lightning struck a small town's emergency warning system.
They're coming right across the highway here.
One time, 2 funnels dropping from the clouds in Bouse Junction, Oklahoma. The violent system blasted through Nebraska, Iowa, and Kansas, tearing away anything in its path.
Everything's gone. It's just a little thing we had worked for all of our lives.
It's been unnerving and shaking up New Brunswickers for weeks. Small earthquakes have been rattling their windows and their nerves. There have been dozens of the quakes in the last month alone in the communities southwest of Fredericton. Seismologists admit they don't know what's causing it, leaving residents to wonder if the big one is about to hit.
In the quiet village of Macadam, New Brunswick, they're wondering what's going on down there. The earth is in turmoil, creating dozens of measurable earthquakes in the past month.
I believe we've had about 39 altogether of small earthquakes or aftershocks.
You can hardly blame people for wondering if the little quakes are the precursor to the big one. But the Macadam quakes are even rarer. Seismologists call it an earthquake swarm, a large cluster that's extremely unusual in populated areas. And the experts admit they don't know why it's happening.
We don't really have a good explanation for what has triggered it.
Canberra got quite a stir early this morning, with locals woken by a tremor. It hit just after 5 a.m. between the capital and Tumut, measuring 3.7 on the Richter scale.
Well, it seems like a lot of earthquakes have been hitting across the globe. So what does all this mean?
Last week, a massive 8.6 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of the Indonesian island Sumatra, triggering a tsunami watch for the Indian Ocean. Hours later, another 8.2 magnitude quake hit. They were followed by two strong tumblers off the coast of western Mexico. The jolt made tall buildings sway, prompted evacuations, and could even be felt by those living near the Gulf of California. In the last 7 days, there have been 321 earthquakes tracked by the USGS, striking off the coast of Oregon and Alaska, as well as central Chile, Thailand's Phuket Island, and the southwestern coast of Greece, just to name a few.
It was a sound that was heard and rattled windows in 2 states. A loud explosion in the sky this morning. Astronomers say it was likely caused by a meteor.
Reports of a sonic boom came in all over California just before 8 Sunday morning. These reports came in from all over the area, from Reno, from Pollock Pines, from Placerville, down to Modesto, all the way to the other side of the world.
And I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
I woke up with this boom. I thought something fell on our house.
Very loud. I thought something either hit the house or it was an earthquake.
The American Meteor Society says what's so rare about this event is that so many people spotted it in full daylight.